In 1987, Data East released Captain Silver into the arcades. You play as Jim Aykroyd, who goes on a journey to seek the lost treasure of Captain Silver, facing various perils along the way, as well as wanting to spell his own name for extra lives. There are only 3 stages in Captain Silver: a haunted town at night, a pirate ship, and a treasure island. Each stage features its own unique set of enemy characters, such as werewolves, witches, pirates, natives, several kinds of animals, man-eating plants, and other hazards. Scene 3 ends with a final battle against the skeletal being of Captain Silver. After the player completes the game once, there is a second quest consisting of harder versions of the same stages in order to finish the game. This is one hell of a tough game, and not always because of good level design. The jump mechanics are pretty stiff with this being an old game. You have no control of your character as he jumps, and when he does jump, it just feels wrong compared to modern games. Sometimes you'll die due to dodgy collision detection, while others it's because of your own fault. Despite its flaws, Captain Silver is a really good challenge that's at least worth taking a look at. In 1988, Sega ported Captain Silver to the Master System. The play mechanics in this version are roughly identical to the arcade game, and most of the power-ups and bonus items are retained. The player can only increase magic power up to 3 levels instead of 6, however. Sadly, the longsword power-up is removed, and boots cannot be worn permanently. However, the militant power-up can last permanently until the player gets hit, and there are also treasure chests in certain stages that will give the player 1 or 2 rewards, a bonus item, or a free access to a shop. Unlike the arcade version, the Master System can be completed. The American version only features 4 stages, roughly based on those in the arcade version: a town, a ship, an island, and a mountain, and only 2 bosses, Captain Copard and Captain Silver. The Japanese and European versions feature 2 additional stage sets intermittently between the before and final 2 stages, several additional enemy characters, a boss for each stage in addition to the ones in the American version, a sorceress, a cyclops, a fire-breathing dragon, and a banana-shaped warrior. The ending epilogue in the Japanese and European version also features visuals as well as the text-only prologue of the American version. Both versions support Sega's FM sound module for the Master System. Also in 1988, Captain Silver came home to the Famicom by Tokuma Shoten. This version features several substantial differences from the arcade version. The player now has a health gauge and can take more than one hit before losing a life. However, some of the enemy grunts now take more than one hit to defeat as well. The player can now purchase all weapon power-ups in the item shops, which can be changed through a sub-menu. The stages are different and the bosses include new foes, such as Frankenstein's monster and a giant octopus. The player can also enter houses and rooms where an old lady will offer advice to the player, such as an enemy's weak point. However, some of the old ladies the player will encounter are hostile and will bring a curse to the player, like reducing his health by half. The ending varies depending on whether the player uses a continue to finish the game. And let's take a look at all three versions of Captain Silver running side by side.